Hi guys, so just a couple days ago, whatever it was, I got Crafter's Companion new auto ship from HSN, but they still have available not auto ship though, so if you're to pick it up, it would just be this one, right, without the auto ship option. But if I have links in the description box, those would be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. I was really, curious to try this out. I wanted to get right to it, so here it is. And I did grab some paper. I don't know what these actually look like, so we'll see about that. I do have these card blanks that for some reason I brought out already. We will see. We will get to that. And those are just from like old subscription boxes. Again, this set comes with a stamp. Of course, you can color it in. You can use the dies to then, you're going to have to stamp it several times, and then use the dies to cut the pieces that you would want from it, right? So you can keep decoupaging, since it is just the one stamped image. But we are going to use the dies today, and of course the paper pad. Now again, I haven't really followed up. I don't really keep up with what Crafter's Companion is doing. Normally, or what they were doing at the beginning, is that you could find more of these on their website to download and print. So you can just print them as you want, once you're done with this. And then you have the dies that will still help you do that. So again, it's a decoupage. So you have the larger, a little bit smaller, and keep going from there so you have the different layers. I've done very few cards where I do all the layers because it's kind of a lot. And I've used 3D glue gel in them. I've used, little adhesive, foam adhesive dots, whatever it is that you like to use. But look how pretty. Are they all the same color? They are all the same color. There was some, I think, where they do like two different colorways, or maybe I'm dreaming, but really pretty. What is this one called? I was just thinking, did I even say, sorry, Beautiful Lilies, because I would say it's a lily, but I didn't know if they had a specific name. So what we're going to do is take one of these guys. And the new thing with this one is that it comes with a create a card die set, basically, or whatever this one called, create a card. That's what I call them. But deep cut papercraft die, Regal Swirls. So every, auto ship, you're going to get a new design, new pad, and then a new create a card. Yeah, they're right there. It's a deep cut create a card die sets. Perfect for matting and layering and create fabulous frames and beautiful apertures. Delight your recipients. I'm trying to see what about the deep cut thing. Doesn't really say much about that. But okay, that says new technology. Again, I didn't really watch the demo. I just saw that this was available and I grabbed it with the auto ship. So they do feel much sturdier. I know sometimes they'll say like, they have a new die set or whatever, or it says that you can cut through however many layers. No, this feels much sturdier than other dies of theirs. So, okay. Very good. I don't know that I'm going to make a shaped card today because I'm just not in the mood to make a shaped card. But I wanted to try this out to see if we can put something together, because a lot of times what happens is I'll take these decoupage pads and I'll pair them up with like Anna Griffin dies and stuff. But I think what I'm going to do for this one, let's see how big this is. 6x4 it says. So definitely designed for like an A4 size card, But if we're using a 5x7, we can put this on here. So I'll use a 5x7 card blank. So I pulled this paper out because I thought it might go with it. The Fairy Dust set from Dress My Craft, and it depends. This is from HSN. If you're watching, I don't know when you're watching this. HSN's having free shipping until Sunday, site-wide, which would be October 15th, 16th, 17th, so 2021. The paper pad, the smaller one is 6-inch, so I'm going to grab the big paper pad because I do want to mat this up, And the reason I'm grabbing this is because I thought maybe something like this would coordinate, but this one's more peachy and where this is pink. Okay, let's keep going. Ooh, there we go. Oh, wow. Oh, but a lot of this will be covered. But I do like this background paper, so let me think about that one. Oh, and look at this one. Oh, and it has lilies too. But again, a lot of this might get covered up with this topper that we're going to put on top. Only very little of that's going to show. So I'm thinking we go with this one. Oh, these papers are so gorgeous. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to use this guy. And this is my way of trying to use more pattern papers, because that's, we buy them and then we don't really use them. I'm going to mat the card out with this. So this is 5x7, and I want to max that out, again, leaving very little white space around that. So 5x7. So I want to do 6 7/8 tall, and this paper does have a direction, so you always want to pay attention to that. So 6 7/8. And then on this side, I want the 4 7/8. So it's going to mat on that 5 by 7 real nice. I'm going to use this side because I don't want to cover up my little butterfly. I can use that for something else, right? This paper is awesome, 240 GSM, and so is the mini paper pack with 6x6 is also a nice thick paper. Again, there's different reasons, and you know what? Honestly, I probably should have brought out the paper library, because I'm sure people want to see that in action too from Crafter's Companion. I recently picked up on Craft Stash the what did I get? The Masquerade set, and then the Winter White. The Crafter's Companion just came out with, so pretty. So I'll link that for you guys, because even though they did have a deal, and I still got 20% off, I checked out Crafter's Companion site. I just had other things I wanted to pick up too, and Craft Stash has those things, and it was basically the same price, the bundled, even with my 20%. So I was like, hey, pretty good. So Craft Stash already had it, even if you're not really an avid shopper with Crafter's Companion, to get the 20% off the platinum. So kind of curious. I wonder if they're going to send me something this year, because I'm still platinum and I haven't bought anything from them since April of last year. Was it? We'll see. Okay. Super pretty. Of course, we're going to do this. Oh my gosh. What I'm trying to figure out is, do I want this? Do I want to make a hole in this to make it more like see-through so we see more of this back one? Do I want to pair it with this still? Which always looks nice, right? Okay, what I'm going to do is, because we can always put it to the side over here. It doesn't have to be right in the middle of your card. You know, you can put things wherever you want, however you want it. Let me cut these pieces out. I'm trying to think what papers I want to use. I like that purple. I like kind of the pinky look of this, you know. So let me see. Actually, again, this is more of a pinky peachy look instead of that pink. I'm going to try to find paper in my stash somewhere that's kind of like this mottled pink. I like that. And put that as the background. So I'll be right back. Okay. You know what? I actually went through that, that new paper library. And instead of going with like a pink or a purple, there were some other ones that, like this right here, coordinates really well too, because the background paper. But I think I'm just going to do like this whitewash wood of this. Okay, so I'm going to take that. I'm going to run it through the marquee because this is skinny enough to do that. And I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, you guys. Things are coming together. I just remembered, I was like, I really would like a mottled paper or something for this part. And I remember I recently got that paper pack from Michael's that was like just mottled kind of backgrounds, or however you want to look at them. So we have this guy. I don't really like that those black lines are right there, but that's okay. I mean, look how much it covers up. I know, it hurts my heart because this is so pretty. These are the things, guys. This is what happens. So I don't know if I have the model paper that I really want for this, but I have this paper, the Ombre Brights. I literally just picked up from Michael's when they're having their paper sale, and I think this is going to have something in it, hopefully. Because I don't know if you can see, this is like a pinky purple, like, I don't know. And then this one has more like purple in it. I mean, this would be okay. I'll keep my hand here. Oh, this one would be good, possibly. Oh my goodness. See, I was thinking more something like this one. This is so cool. Oh, maybe, let me open this up. I think what I'm going to do is cut the second one out of like this one right here. Oh, well, I messed that up. That's why I don't like these things. Oh, I don't like picking at them because of my nails, and I don't, you know. Oh yeah, check it out. This very top has like pink and purple kind of going. Okay, so let's take that. We're going to have this on here. And then a lot of this is going to be covered up with this because this has its own outer edge. So it's like a frame and it's really pretty. But this centerpiece is still there. So what I'm going to do is cut this from like this top piece, especially right here where I just messed it up. Oh, the reviews I've been reading on HSN for that paper library were basically what I told you guys. Because when you feel the paper is super layer weight, like it's type weight, very thin paper, and of course that's what the complaints were. But You guys said, you know, Sarah said it wasn't cardstock, and it definitely was not cardstock. And I was like, well, it's like 50 cents a sheet, but 50 cents a sheet is cardstock price, you know? Other people didn't like that there's only one sheet of each. Other people liked that there was only one sheet of each. Because that is kind of like, okay. And whenever I was listening to the demo later on, Sarah said the same thing. She's like, you know, if you don't like cutting into your papers, get two. Of course, I never care for when they say get two of anything. But yeah, there's definitely one sheet of each thing, which is kind of, I don't know. You would think there'd be at least two. Oopsie. Especially if you're going to scrapbook with it. If you were going to do a layout, you would want two of the same normally. Ooh, look at that. Okay, all right. You guys, I know we're going to cover things up, but that's pretty. Okay. What I'm going to do is put this to the side. So I want to cut the lilies, and then we'll know kind of what we want to do a little better too. So, again, these things are super easy to use if you can get them off the carrier. They have like a little spot. Each die has this weird little spot area, and basically that covers up your letter, or your number, sorry. So when you go to do this, I mean, you can look at the white edge, but look, you see how crooked it is, and now I can see that little red dot. You want this to cover up that area, and that'll give you a pretty good approximation of where you're cutting. Also, you see how this is all layered out with that pinky peachy, pinky purple kind of mottled paper. Well, that also helps because when you go to cut it out, it's not obvious if you're a little bit off, you know what I'm saying? So this is number 2. What's funny is before they had numbers, I think, didn't it also? But, well, it doesn't now, if that was the case. But again, I'm lining this up, and I can, you know, that's way off, obviously, if it's more like this. So it's close, but that number is still kind of showing a little bit. So you're going to cover that up, and you have a better idea that you're placing this where it's supposed to be. Oopsie. Sorry, guys. Oh, I hope to do a giveaway soon. This reminds me, because somebody had left me a comment the other day asking, do you ever do giveaways? I'm like, I do a lot of giveaways, actually, normally, but I haven't done one in a bit. But we're almost at 26,000. Is that the next number? Yeah, so definitely for that, I'll do a little giveaway, if not here and there, some other giveaways. I think the reason I stopped, well, just things happen, but people don't claim their prizes, and I'm like, what is the point? And why am I holding on to all this stuff? Like, oh my gosh. I think the last time around, everyone claimed their thing, so that was good. Very happy with that. And that's also for me, like, hey, no one's claimed whatever, please check the results, you know? And then a lot of people are like, where are the results? I don't hide the results. Like, I put out the video, and in the title it says, you know, Daiso giveaway, or whatever it is, results, you know? So, hopefully that helps, but it seems like... And then I had some tricky people a couple times being like, oh, this is me, after I already heard from the winner. And then I was like, well, I already heard from them, and then I never heard from them back again, so obviously they were lying. But that's not good. That's no fun. Alright, so I'm going to run this through. If I was going to do this through the marquee, what I would do is like slice down here, you know, in a way that something that makes it go through the machine easier. Or go through the machine at all, because this is obviously too big. It's like a 6x6 paper. I'm just going to run this through the tangerine, and I'll be right back. Alright, let's get this. Oh, beautiful. Oh, interesting. Does that cut out? No. Huh, that's odd. Well, no, it's not that odd, I guess. That little middle piece, I don't know why I expected for it to cut out more intricately. Alright. So clearly that piece came out. Is there anything else that wants to just fall out? No? Ugh. Alright, we're going to have to pop these out. This guy. Look at that. I mean, very much like... Is this a little bit different? I don't remember if the other ones are so close. I think they are. Like the Heartfelt Creations dies. Oh, which reminds me, I got that Heartfelt Creations sunflower set I need to try out for you guys. Let's see here. These are gorgeous. Oh my god. Why do I feel like the other ones... I don't know. Maybe it's just a pretty design, that's all. They're all pretty designs. That's why I'm a huge fan of these decoupage ones from Craft's Companion. Super pretty. And then I don't know if you can see, the dye gives it a little texture. You might see it from the back better. But those little lines are on here, so it just looks that much prettier. And like I said, I don't use every layer most of the time. Like this layer is supposed to go next, and then this one. So every time it's less and less things. I don't know if you can see that. then this one goes here, then this guy is just these two, and then the last guy is just the white one. But sometimes, like, let's say here I'll do these two and like this third one. And then sometimes I'll take something like this and just do this. Now this one's a little bit different to do that with because it is kind of weird that there's two and then the third flower, like this flower on top, isn't the prettiest. So I might stack this one up completely, which is not normally what I do. But there it is. So pretty. Oh, and you know what? I'll have to get my Anna Griffin set. Now I say that and then of course I'm looking for it. Every time I say that and then I don't find it and then I find it later, but I will find it for this because I need it. It's the, here it is. You know, I got those diamond press sets that help you organize, and of course I put things in there and then I'm like, I forgot that I put it in there. I gotta get used to it. That's what happens when you start kind of changing things around. It takes a couple days, couple weeks to get used to. Okay, so let's put that there. Let's put this here. I'm gonna go ahead and glue this down. This to this. I'm not sure if I'm just going to glue it down quite yet. So just to get this stuck down. So here we go. And it does have quite a bit of swirls, but they're not super skinny. Oh, somebody, you know what? I read comments and sometimes I don't have time to respond, especially if it's something that I want to like really sit and say something and then it gets buried under other comments. Somebody asked how I wash off the glue because it's impossible when she goes to wash her glue off. If it's still wet, then I go in and just wash my hands. But when I put the glue on the back of my hand, otherwise it dries and I just peel it off. So, I don't know. I hope it's not impossible to get glue off because I'm sure you're not going to go the rest of your life with glue on your hands, but I know what you mean. Like, it just might take a while. Yeah, I just let it dry and then I just peel it off like this. Like, I rub it and it comes off. That's why I call it my exfoliation for the day. But that's all I do. And like I said, if it's still wet, I just wash my hands and then it just rinses off. But, okay. I'm going to hold that down because, again, we have all these little swirly things over here we want to hold down. So I'll be right back. Super interesting. I'm just looking at this and, you know, like I said, you can go in the middle, you can go here, you can go wherever, you know, wherever you want to put this. I was thinking about doing something a little offset like that. The flower itself, it looks like it should be up almost, or like this. Let me see if they have any ideas on here. Yeah, they put it straight up, like over here. And then I was like, well, that's pretty too. Again, covering up some of this still. You know, these are the kind of things we're looking at. But it's not bad. It looks pretty. I feel like I need to put it here. Maybe this here. And it kind of offsets like this from this, right? I don't know. So while we think about it, what we can do is build this guy up. Ooh, so this is what I love about this set, and it comes in and out of stock there on HSN or other places, but look how tiny these pieces are, so you can definitely pop those behind whatever you need. But for now, we're going to get this guy, and I'm not going to bore you with this because it's going to be tedious, but basically I'm going to take dots, and again I have those little small ones if I really need to. You know, you can pop them in places like that. And all of this is a decoupage set. You would think they'd be a little bit thinner. They're pretty thick, you know? So it ends up being really high. And that's kind of why I'm like, I usually just do like 2 layers. But let's go ahead and remove these guys. And like I can put a little tiny one there. I rather not use those tiny ones if I don't have to. So just looking over the top of that, and place that down. And there we have the 2 layers, right? We'll see. I said I might do all the layers, but like I said, I don't know. I'm just not a big 5 layer. By the time you're done with 5 layers, I mean, this thing's like this tall. Okay, I'll continue putting pieces and just layering them up, and I'll be right back. Okay, like I said, normally I don't do the 5 layers, but this design lends itself a little better to doing the 5 layers, where on the other ones, like maybe the last 2 layers I can make a whole other flower with and just put it in a different area. So if you've seen it in my other videos, you know what I'm talking about. But I'm just going to put this on here. I mean, that is very pretty. I know sometimes it's hard to tell from the side, like what's going on. Gorgeous design. Okay. So normally, like I was saying, I might put something down here, and then the last 2 layers, I might layer them up over here. You know, it's a different thing. But I feel like this needs to go here. And since this is so layered up, this pretty much needs to just be flat. And so that's what I'm going to do. Easy to work with. I mean, I love that it has this other set of dies. I wish they would have done it the first time now that, you know, I have this here. Let's see, we're going to put this like in here. Again, I'm just putting it in a weird spot just for funsies. I mean, if you like things centered, then definitely center it. But I think that's a nice spot. And I wasn't going to stick this down quite yet because I'm not super sure what I'm going to do with like a sentiment. That's one thing it's not in these dies. So there is, you know, another set of dies like we can pop back in here. This one makes like this little rim that you see here. And then this fun one, which I guess we could do a fun shape right here. But I think let's, let me see what I want to do as far as a sentiment. I'll be right back. Well, here's another set I haven't used. The triple easel oval. Actually, I like this one because the pricing isn't horrible on these. It's just that you can make your own triple easel from any nesting dies that you have. But I like the design of the scalloped oval and all that. So they do come with a little bit of info. I've done tons of videos on these guys. So, you know, doing your triple easel in different ways. But it has the word thanks. So let's see if maybe we can cut this one out and see. Oh, and you know what? The ovals actually work out here too. If you wanted to mix and match those. Trying to see if I just want to do the word by itself. Ooh. What color? Should we do gold? We haven't used gold yet, and we'd love to use some gold. So I always have a scrap of something gold around here. Let's roll this through. Again, this would be by itself. I'm not going to do the background die, but maybe I will. We'll see. For right now, my plan is not to use it. And oh, and then I had someone ask also, what is the plastic folder for? When I did a die press video review recently, and I was like, I wasn't sure if she got that question answered later in the video, because basically for me, I use the folders so in the video, but sometimes I don't show the die cutting because again, it shakes my camera, so sometimes it's not super important. But that's what it's for. That's what that plastic folder. But if you have a marquee, if you don't have a marquee, don't worry about it. You can, I guess, toss it or use it for something else. I think some people use them for like blending, something else that you might, I don't know. Oh, one of my gals here says she takes the folder since she has so many of them, obviously before you cut into them, and puts the info that comes with the diamond press papers, you know, like, actually I have some sitting right next to me, that she'll take her instruction sheets and put them in there, and that way it's protected, and she puts them away, you know, with the rest of her dies or whatever it is that it came with. So that's something. A way to use them. Hold on, let's put this over here. Okay. Ooh, okay. Again, I would have to tuck in here nicely in a way that I like. This is so hard to tell because, like, does this flower want to be standing up when I lay it like this? Does it look weird because it's laid down when it looks like maybe it should be up like this? You know? I mean, that's pretty too. I don't know, I feel like it needs to be laid down. And then maybe thanks there. Let me think about this for a second. Let me sit on this. And I think we're good. So if this was here, standing up more. See what I'm saying? This is an odd one. They had it like this in their image. But then I feel like there's too much over here, bare. How about that way? Because it's a little bit standing up more. This is in here. And we didn't do anything in that background piece. But we could. I don't know what color I would do that with. Honestly, I think this is good. This is good. Okay. Alright. For me, this is good. So I'm going to put some glue on this. I should have made this a Freeform Friday, but we basically created this from scratch with different papers, from different packs and all that. Really fun. Love this die set back here. I'll continue to kind of mess with this and see what it is that we need this to do, but very pretty though. I love the lilies. Oh, did you guys see my video with the Spellbinders lilies? Pretty cool. I love the rose from that set though. Again, do I want it down here like this? That way it's still up a little bit, but also at the same time kind of out of the way, right? Okay, I'm going to hold that down and I'll be right back. Okay, I think that's great like that, to be honest, but I went and grabbed some rhinestones. I'm thinking, well, do I really need to put these? You know, we love our rhinestones, so I was just going to put some kind of fun here and there. I like groups of 3. Probably should have put that one somewhere else because it looks like a dot in there. Let's do... Can I still move it? Can I still move it? I can. Groups of 3, and then maybe one more down here. And that also kind of adds to that, you know, the background, this pretty thing in the front, and then that there. Alright guys, 5x7 created with that cool decoupage set, and then using like 3 different paper lines, right? So we use that beautiful Dream Door paper. We have the paper library paper, and that back here. And then the Michael's paper up on top there. And oh, and a Griffin paper, and then all that. So, pretty cool. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Again, makes a quick card. You know, making your choices sometimes takes time, but other than that, the dies themselves and everything look awesome, or work in an awesome way. And, alright guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys at the next one. Again, if there's links for anything, I'll put them in the description box, and depending on when you're watching, HSN is still having free shipping site-wide. Alright guys, bye now.